Hi, welcome back to channel Train Station 2. Finally, we made it to first in this third competition of this USA Railroad Revolution. I've heard that people saying that after you complete 100% of this Railroad Revolution, it will be crazy difficult. I don't know. I believe the next few competition will be tough for me as I'm really completing it soon because I think 90% right now. So if you know about this, or have you basically if you are completed this railroad revolution, maybe you share with me. Really, is it that difficult? I don't know. I'm hoping not. All right, now let's enter into the gameplay. This is before the end of the third competitions, which we still have a few moments to go. We need to complete whatever required about 10 hours before the end of this event. So I was leading in 1240, so I'm quite happy with this. So this is really easiest competition ever of the three. The first two wasn't that well done. Apparently, we had hit on to this competition too eagerly, locking into the system instantaneously upon starting of competition was really bad idea. So this I took the opportunity to learn from the people that mentioned that it's actually easier if you enter in the competitions like 6 hours after it started, so that the rest of people who have really very good at it or crazy fast and do not sleep actually can go on to the first group or the first few groups of competition. So we could join the team that is more human-like, that basically does cherish sleep. So eventually it'll be much easier to compete. So that's why I hear that advice. But I was also a bit in the dilemma: should I be entering late? I'm afraid that I couldn't make it. So I decided not to have taken the advice fully of 6 hours, but rather I entered at 3 hours late, and here we are. This is the results. We got first in the competition. It was definitely not as tough as the first two. I got enough sleep, and apparently the competitors were really relaxed. So do try in the next competition and see how it works. I'm half suspecting that also because of this railroad revolution, once you complete 100%, it'll be crazy difficult, as all of us know of that, which they shared. I'm not too sure how it works, but apparently that could be one of the reasons why this third competition could have been easier, because probably some of the very fast players would have already completed it 100%, so it's really crazy for them, so they can't really compete well in competition. So I'm hoping I do not face that issue, because I'm 250 points now. I'm going to collect first. It will be 350 addition, so it's 600 points. I still need 400 more. This competition seems to be a bit different from the previous events I've played so far. Normally the first three competitions I would have gathered 1000 points already. If not, it'll be very near to 1000 points. This is the first time I'm competing that I only have reached 600 points at the end of third competition. So this is a bit concerning, and the fact that what I heard from people saying that it'll be really tough after 100% complete. I'm hoping that there will be 4 more competitions, and I'm just hoping to get 100 points each, so that I can get 1000 coins for that event train, this legendary event train. I've collected one, which is the general, as I shown in the previous video. This is really great because it really helps a lot with a so-called legendary train with a great capacity. It's always important to collect legendary trains because they don't come easy, especially the event kind of legendary trains, because it is a bit unique sometimes to the event. So if you don't collect it, it's a bit wasteful. But if you have already collected your legendary train, that's good. If not, no worries, there's still time for it, because at least you should collect the general. The general, you should be able to do so after probably, I think, 14 days left. I think, yeah, 14 days left. You should be able to collect that at the end of near the end of this event. And be assured that normally after the event, the developer allow us to work on the remaining jobs for the remaining 2 days, so that you can collect some more of those keys and whatnot, so you can collect your beloved legendary train. Alright, so if you have collected a purple one, congratulations, because that's what I'm trying to aim for the next remaining 14 days. I'm assured we should be able to collect it. So if you have already collected both purple and legendary, I think you're superb. So the rest of the trains you can collect if there are extra keys. If not, that's fine. We just got to assess along the way. Some events, or actually most events I've played so far, I'm able to collect all the 5 trains, which means that 2 legendary, 1 purple, and the remaining 2 other trains. So I don't know why. Does it mean that the developer is making this more difficult, in the sense that you can only collect a certain number of trains from the event? It's very unlike them, because usually they allow you to collect all the 5 trains. Hopefully this will be the case as well, because this is quite a long event. We still got 14 days more to go, but probably they make it tougher in terms of the quantity to dispatch, so you get your rewards smaller, because assuming they throw in a few hundred items to be delivered, and they only give you 40 keys, so that will take a very long time to collect those keys. I'm hoping developers stop doing such things, because that sometimes put people off, especially when people like me, we enter into a new region, we already got a very small capacity, and you do one train delivery. That would drive us a bit crazy. So really hope that the developers shouldn't be doing such a thing. It's really a nice game that everybody enjoy, so do not cheese people off. So I think that's very important. If you feel a bit frustrated with the game because of the so-called small capacity of the train, do try to collect those coins around the region to upgrade the capacity of that train that require you to complete that task. Okay, so that is what I did in the one of the previous video, which I no choice but to spend the event coins, of precious event coins. I think I spent about 100 plus event coins in exchange for gold, and then I upgrade that train. Otherwise I couldn't clear that. I remember it was still a diesel train which are very low capacity, and they hit me with 280 EPs, and that's the only jobs you can do. So that is a bit unfair, and I think developers should actually review this. Otherwise sometimes they'll be losing players just like that, which is not a very good sign. Alright, so this is the final moment. We still got a little bit moment to go. Yep, we have finished it. Alright, finally got first. This is so tough. This is the first time I struggled to get first in a competition. Normally I could get at least 2 or 3 first and second, basically the top 3 for the first 3 rounds. This is the first time I've ended with first competition being the 4th position, I think the second competition being 3rd, and then the 3rd competition being 1st. The issue here is about difficulty level as one, because of basically the number of trains I have. In terms of capacity is one thing, and a smaller fleet is another thing. So when you enter in the new region, you got to make note of that. And of course I do heard that people actually use event trains only, which they call it the ETO strategy. What they mean is basically they enter into the new region, which they will just not collect the 5th bonus reward on a daily basis. Remember, there's a daily bonus you can collect. So every 5 days they give you a train. They will not click on that train. So in other words, their whole fleet of trains when they enter a new region is only event trains. Alright, so that's the strategy called it ETO. So basically it's event trains only. Given the fact that event trains are basically very good in capacity, and the jobs, the system seems to have a flaw, they will give you jobs that the trains you have, right? So given that fact, they are getting all the jobs they can do, and they have a very good capacity train because it's all event trains which are very large capacity. That's the reason why people use this ETO scheme. Basically, it's a strategy to win competitions, and many people are doing quite well with the ETO. So if you are jumping into a new region, maybe you wish to give it a try. I may give it a try when I'm jumping in the next region. It'll be a long way away. So ETO seems to be working very well. A lot of people have been mentioning that. Another thing about the strategy is the file building technique, which is to increase population. So this is something you also got to try. So far, I only know of these two, ETO and file building techniques. So if you know of anything, you could share with me, or if you wish to know more about this ETO or file building techniques, you can drop me a comment, and I'll try to give you some information if whatever I know. Alright, so thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe and share me. Alright.